Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
In this bulletin, TC Yasa may follow TC Herald track. AMA focuses on rural farmers. And Kava Commercial Nursery established.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Atera Lendua.
Tropical Cyclone Yasa may take a similar track as Tropical Cyclone Herald, which hit parts of Fiji last year. The Nandi Meteorological Service forecasts that TC Yasa is still likely to make its current southwest track and head towards the Fiji group. The system remains slow-moving between Fiji and Vanuatu, located about 510 kilometers west-northwest of Viwa as at 6 a.m. Based on current forecasts, the clockwise loop is expected to occur by Wednesday, when TC Yasa will take a southeasterly track towards Fiji. The Nandi Weather Office says Vitilevu, Kandavu and the Asawa group can expect gale and storm force winds from Thursday. However, heavy rain will be experienced over the Fiji group from this Wednesday. As it changes direction, the system is also expected to intensify into a Category 3 cyclone. Strong winds are expected to peak on Friday when TC Yasa is closest to Fiji. TC Herald in 2019 caused damage in parts of Vitilevu, Kandavu, Watulele and the Lau group. With TC Yasa forecast to take a similar track, Fijians are being advised to prepare now. The Agriculture Ministry, through the Agro Marketing Authority, is injecting $350,000 every month into the rural and maritime communities for the purchase of fresh produce. Minister Dr. Mahenra Reddy says this is an increase of 88% for the same period last year, as there has been a substantial increase in AMA activity in recent months. He says they are working closely with the AMA and exporters to improve the livelihood of farmers in rural areas.
Exporters are a bit reluctant to go in the interior rural because there is quite a bit of cost involved in. So Agro Marketing Authority, given that government is funding it, but we are also very excited that we are opening up new markets, and here we are getting the supply, sourcing the supply from the rural and maritime farmers.
Despite struggling to keep their businesses afloat during the COVID-19 pandemic, Bakewell Cakes has not let go of any of its staff. The company employs 15 Fijians and supplies a wide range of pastries. Managing Director Rohit Deo says they retained their staff during these challenging times to ensure their employees are able to provide for their families. He says the pandemic has taught them to ramp up their production in order to stay afloat.
We are trying to work on customers' expectation and demand, and we were success this year that we had gone to another level in the quality.
A commercial nursery has been developed by key players of Fiji kava, aimed at improving the quality of kava being harvested for processing and the export market. Farmer Plus National Export Market System Facilitator Navitalai Tui Vuniwai says the plantlings from the nurseries are disease and pest free. Tui Vuniwai says this will ensure that kava planted by farmers meets the export quality requirements.
So when they do plant it, it gives assurance to the processors that this is the type of quality that the market requires. This is the type of the volume in terms of the general farming practices that needs to be followed.
It was all smiles for the residents of the Golden Age home in Samambula as they were treated to a Christmas party celebration this morning. Hosted by the Department of Social Welfare, the event was also graced by entertainment from the Republic of Fiji military band. Director Social Welfare Rupeni Fatiaki highlighted the sacrifice of caregivers who goes beyond the expected to provide for the residents. Fatiaki says these men and women have served to the best of their ability.
A lot of you have been working overtime. I see overtime, the forms coming to me every week for me to endorse it, knowing very well that you're not able to take your overtime, paying cash, but you know you continue to do that and do it tirelessly and do it with a grateful heart.
Australian police are bracing for an all-out bikie gang war after an execution at a motorsport event in Perth. A senior gang member was shot dead in front of innocent bystanders. A 5-year-old boy was caught in the crossfire. Up ahead, FRU confirms new Sevens series and touch rugby for Vavaitamana.
O ira na ngone no de nunu ena be singa ni mataka.
Merse sunga da kena loma dina kena mikron.
Sakena ngau na mitar lo bina no rabak sangai ka wala lo mataki na ngone. Dala bina o ya o meliki.
Bulre o ya Samuel Samuli.
Nama ki rau ena be mataka.
Boniti kena magrombuka.
Ni boy tini kalima na miniti me ono kina tini na kaloko. Ena radio Fiji 1 nandomo ibiti.
Indaw kina na mataka dan ramai na singabo.
There will be a Fiji Rugby Union 7 series next year. In a press conference today, the FRU confirmed that the series will kick off with 16 teams in January. The FRU at the moment is looking at 4 potential tournaments. This is being done to engage our national players in the absence of international competition, considering the Olympics are less than a year away.
But we need that preparation game time, so the Fiji Rugby Union intends to hold a series of 7 tournament, series of 4 7 tournament. We're hoping to have the first 7th series on the 22nd and 23rd of January.
The Lomaiviti Juniors rugby side is using the Junior Escort Shield competition as a platform for its players to showcase their talent. The COVID-19 pandemic forced the cancellation of many schools' sporting events, including the Dean's competition, where secondary school students from around the country display their rugby skills. Lomaiviti Juniors admin Matandingo Koroi says the Junior Escort Shield came at the right time as it engages students during this Christmas season.
Well, the aim of the competition was just to provide exposure for the boys. Due to COVID-19 and the cancelling of the Dean's competition, most of the boys were not able to expose their talent. So we are very thankful for the Suva Rugby Union and the FRU for setting up the Junior Escort Shield competition, just to provide a platform where they can showcase their talent.
National Rep Andi Wati Vavaitamana aims to go a step further in her 18-year touch rugby career. Vavaitamana has been playing touch rugby since primary school and has so far only represented Fiji in the 2019 South Pacific Games. Currently playing for the Nambour-based Eastern Hawks team, Vavaitamana hopes to impress national selectors as scouting begins for the Touch Rugby World Cup in 2023.
I've achieved going to the SPG, the World Cup last year. Now I'm looking forward again to the competition again. The main aim is to present touch rugby further internationally, especially the World Cup in 3 years' time, and SPG.
Arsenal suffered an embarrassing defeat this morning, going down to Premier League strugglers Burnley 1-0. The victory moves Burnley out of the relegation zone, while the Gunners remaining on 15th place. A moist easterly wind flow prevails over the group. Associated showers continue to affect the eastern and northern parts of Fiji. Meanwhile, Cyclone Yasa continues to strengthen far to the west of Fiji, posing no threat to the group at the present time. That's FBC News Now. Join us again at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. You need news you can trust. Get the facts from FBC's TV, radio and digital news at fbcnews.com.fj, keeping Fijians connected with the truth. Good afternoon.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही है।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।